Ladies and gentlemen, the idea of William Ruto sending police officers and soldiers to Haiti is ill-advised, if you ask me. Haiti is part of North American continent, and when you talk about North American continent, you're also including USA, Canada and Mexico. These are mataifa ambayo yanahitajika haya ambayo tunaweza kuyahusisha hapa. It is actually in the Caribbean, with a population of 11 million people. It is a country that is in crisis. The former French colony has two official languages. That is the French and the Haitian. And ladies and gentlemen, the country is in crisis. In 2020, when the term of the parliament expired, what happened is Moas, who was the president then, refused to organize for the elections. And the man was to be assassinated in July 2021. And that is when hell really broke loose, although we had also issues even before that time. In Haiti, you find more than 200 gangs controlling the country. Although we have a prime minister by name Henry without the mandate, the judiciary does not function. And I think out of 11 judges of the Supreme Court, only 3 are in office. The rest resigned after the president was assassinated. When they tried to have the proceedings, some of them were threatened with death by these gangs. It is interesting to note that the police, the politicians and the gangs work together. So it is a very, very risky environment. In Haiti, more than 500 million people requires service, requires humanitarian assistance. In Haiti, unapata watu wakifa kwa sababu ya kolera, ugonjwa wa kipindupindu. Unapata watu wakifa kwa sababu the way they are molested sexually. It is hell on earth. And it is also very, very risky business. So, in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to show you why I strongly believe that William Ruto is risking our country, is risking the rise of our uniformed soldiers, our uniformed men and women, by sending them to Haiti. I believe that it is also not the best time. It is not for the interest of the Haitians. It is also not for the interest of Kenyans. It is the interest of Americans that, because that idea of sending the soldiers or the policemen to Haiti was conceived by the Americans. It is not William Ruto who conceived this idea. So, when you look at the terrain of the country, that is Haiti, it is a country with rugged mountains. It is a country with valleys, river valleys. It is a country that actually is fitted, is very good for guerrilla warfare. A country that our soldiers and our men in uniform knows very little about. And now they'll be confronted by gangs. You can imagine, I'm talking about more than 200 gangs working with the police, working with the politicians. And these are the people that William Ruto want to send our soldiers, our policemen, who I doubt whether they have enough know-how or how they are going to handle these people. I don't know, because I expect a lot of resistance from these gangs. Because the terrain, for one, is not favorable to our security men. Again, it is also important to note that most of these slums in towns, when it comes to fighting in slums, how can you defeat these gangs in slums, ladies and gentlemen? Whereby even our soldiers don't know the way, where our policemen don't know the way, whereby these gangs are also likely to use human shield in case wakijaribu kukatazwa kufanya mambo fulani fulani. And when you are fighting in the slums, you need to know, lazima ujue jia, lazima ujue vichochoro. Otherwise, we may be receiving body bags instead of human beings coming back to our country. Again, it is also important to note that when the police now start working with the gangs, kwa sababu huo ni ukweli wa mambo, and the politician, it becomes very, very difficult for any policeman, for the security men to contain these people, kwa sababu huenda wakaviziwa na hawa adui, kwa sababu ni adui ambao wameugana. Again, it is very, very important for Kenyans to realize that the Haitians themselves don't want any intervention. They don't want foreigners to come and stop the country. The information that I have is that there was a time that Brazil intervened. I think in 2014, there was also an issue. But there arose kipindupindu, kolera, na these people wakasema ya kwamba polisi ndio ambao wanahusishwa na mambo haya. Kwa hivyo hataki kuona polisi, hataki kuona watu kutoka nje wakijaribu kuja kuleta amani au kuzima zogo ambayo iko pale. So there is that possibility that they may be attacked by even the citizens themselves, even the civilian. Again, we should ask ourselves, why Canada refused to set its peacekeeping mission? Why America refused to set its peacekeeping mission? Why Mexico refused? And I think it is only Brazil that was somehow reluctantly accepting, but they have not sent because of what happened during that time. Kwa kile ambacho tunafaa kujua ni kwamba America want President Ruto to risk the lives of Kenyan soldiers, to risk the lives of Africans. Kwa nini wazungu wasitume kule? And by the way, it is also worth noting that majority of the Haitians are Africans. They have, I think 95% of the Haitians can trace their origin in Africa. That is the truth of the matter. And when you see America refusing to send its soldiers, when you see Canada refusing to send its soldiers, why should we risk our soldiers, ladies and gentlemen? Don't you see the risk involved? Again, it is also very, very important to know that Prime Minister Henry, who is ruling without the mandate because he don't receive the approval of Parliament, because there was no Parliament, is a man who rules by the decree, and is a man who does not want even to see foreigners intervening. Remember, this is one person who is enjoying also the support of some of the gangs. That is the truth of the matter. And this is a country that is politically divided everywhere. There are crises, constitutional crisis, economic crisis, social crisis. Education sector has collapsed. Health sector have collapsed. Everything has collapsed. How are our soldiers going to handle this situation, ladies and gentlemen? Wakati ambapo, in fact, it is a civil strife. So why should we risk our soldiers and put their lives on the line when in our country we are not even safe? When Al-Shabaabs are attacking us, why not let these people solve their own problems? For how long are we going to use these people? Because you see, unajua kama ni Somalia ni vizuri, but what interest does Kenya have in North America, ladies and gentlemen? What interest? And it is also important we realize that America has decided to support Kenya with 11 billion. 11 billion for this mission. And they are saying it is going to help them with maybe movements, maybe arms, madawa, nini. But when you look at it, because even the Security Council has not sanctioned this, has not approved Kenyans to go there, the eagerness, the curiosity, the urge to go there is not convincing, ladies and gentlemen. Let us first keep our border safe. Let us first contain Somali. Somali ni sawa, tujaribu kuhakikisha kwamba kuna amani kule kwa sababu ni majirani zetu. Lakini jamani, taifa lililo thousands and millions of kilometers away from Kenya, it is not convincing, ladies and gentlemen. Let America send its troops. Let Canada send its troops, but not Kenya. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know whether you approve this mission, because from where I sit, it is not the best thing at the moment. Till next time, bye-bye.